Alright, this is a Fate series. And one of the big controversies, anyone who's followed Gigguk knows that the watch order for the Fate series is like, where do I start? Because, yeah, it's a massive franchise. It has spanned many years now at this point, almost 20 years, and just with anime. Now, first thing to note, there's a 2006 series by Studio Dean and a movie. Forget them. They're trash. They're very bad. They nominally adopt the Fate arc of the video game. The original game, Fate Stay has 3 arcs: Fate Route, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel. Fate Route's the most boring, and it was also adapted pretty badly in 2006. So you can skip that entirely. It's not very good. The real starting route is Fate Zero. That is based on a prequel series of light novels. It was animated spectacularly well. It is very, very well done, very well adapted. It's, I believe, a 26-episode series split into 2 parts. You can see it on Netflix. It is available through Netflix. Again, highly recommend. Fate Zero is the real starting point. It gives you the core concept of the series. It gives you the world, the lore. It introduces many of the main conflicts and philosophical questions. You get several of the main characters are set up. So after Fate Zero is done, you then have a choice. If you really like, there's one character in Fate Zero called Waver Velvet. If you really like him, you can watch another series called Lord El Malloy, which is set after Fate Zero but before the next main series. So you can take a little detour, watch his thing, or you can go straight to the next main series and watch those back to back. You will, and I want to make this clear, you will need to watch Lord El Malloy at some point. So you can either watch it after or between. Depends how much you really like seeing things in chronological order. But it's not necessary. So the next series, though, would be Fate Unlimited Blade Works. Again, very well adapted. It adopts the second route of the game, which is most people's favorite routes. There are some people who like Heaven's Feel, but they're weird. And it adopts the second route and answers many of the questions from Fate Zero. Fate Zero sets up many philosophical questions. Fate Unlimited Blade Works answers them. It gives a very satisfying conclusion to the arcs that are started and in Fate Zero. So very well done. It's a 52 anime mega series. Split with 4 parts across 2 different series with a time skip in between. It's very grand and epic and well paced. Again, can't praise it hard enough. So Fate Zero, Lord El Malloy, Fate Unlimited Blade Works. Those are your 3 cores. Now, in addition to that, recently we have the Heaven's Feel movies. There are 3 of those. That is the alternate route from Unlimited Blade Works. So Unlimited Blade Works is one way those events could play out. Heaven's Feel is another. Heaven's Feel is also set up by Fate Zero. So that is, if you've seen Fate Zero, you're all set for Heaven's Feel. So you would watch those 3 movies afterwards. With that, all of the main series content, all the main timeline content is essentially done. Now, what then follows next is you have additional extra content. You have alternate universes. Now, one reason you want to watch Lord El Malloy is it will introduce you to several characters who were brought into the main continuity through that series, but were introduced in the alternate universe series first, technically. But having them introduced to you in Lord El Malloy first is not a bad thing. If anything, it'll make you appreciate when they pop up in the alternate universes more. So, the next one up is Fate Apocrypha. Fate Apocrypha is a spin-off timeline where history diverges after a certain point, so the Grail War becomes a little bit different, and that's the famous one. Fate Apocrypha is most well known for Astolfo. All of the Astolfo memes. Yes, everybody's favorite pink hair, who loves monster cans. Google it. Just Google it. Be warned, but Google it. Everyone who likes that, yes, Fate Apocrypha is where he comes from, and those take shape. And it's a good series. It's a good, solid series. I really enjoyed it. You get to see different aspects of the characters from their main timeline counterpart. The main thrust, one of the key mechanics of Fate is they summon heroes. And so, but what is interesting, even across different timelines, the heroes they summon will be essentially the same across multiple timelines. So, for example, in Fate Stay Night, there is King Arthur. You have aka Saber. King Arthur is summoned in both Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. In Fate Apocrypha, you get Mordred as Saber. Mordred being King Arthur's son/daughter. So you get to see events play out from Mordred's perspective that are referenced in Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. That fills out essentially King Arthur's arc in the main timeline, but from a different perspective and in a different timeline. But it's still character development for the character in the main timeline, because those events are the same across the two universes. So that is a really, really neat way that Fate develops characters in other series, but in completely different timelines. And this is also why order matters. But Fate Apocrypha would be next. Then you have Fate Lost Encore, often referred to as the weakest of the series, and I tend to agree. Gorgeous looking, really, truly excellent. You have Nero Claudius Saber, who is a really fantastic character. Great opening animation. It's done by Puella Magi, the visual guy who did Madoka Magica, but story-wise, yeah, it's kind of weak. It's kind of weak, but it does fill in some things, and I still enjoy it, and I would still recommend it. Then after that, you have Face Last Encore is yet another alternate timeline. Then you have another alternate timeline, which is Fate Grand Order. So Grand Order is set in a different Grail War again, where basically Fate Zero didn't happen. Things played out differently, and they do kind of go in depth on that. Unfortunately, the problem with Fate Grand Order is while you have an initial first episode that sets things up, and you have the sixth and I believe the sixth and seventh story arc of the game are adapted into an anime, there's a lot missing. There's a good 5 story arcs essentially from the video game that aren't in anime form. So when you start with the Camelot arc, you're kind of being dropped in with a good chunk of the story already told. And the Camelot, I believe it's 2 movies, I want to say. So you would watch those. Then you would watch Fate Grand Order Babylonia, the TV show. Then you would watch the movie, which is still a lot of fun, I will say, because you do get guest appearances in Grand Order from characters from the other series. By the way, that's the kind of fun part of Grand Order. It's like it's got all of the Fate characters in there. Just here's all of them. And Babylonia is neat because it has Gilgamesh, who is from the main timeline, and you can basically get his origin story and his backstory that is vaguely referenced in Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night. So that's neat. That's still cool. And then you have Infinity Room or Moonlight Room or something, which is the conclusion. It's set after the movie of Babylonia and kind of sets up the next story arc, which they haven't adapted. So yeah, Grand Order anime is kind of a mess, and I really hope they do more and fill that in, because I would like to know more of the story for that. Hey, we got Luigi in the chat. Thank you, man. Glad you stopped by. I'm going on a long rant about the Fate Stay Night universe right now, and discussing the thing. I'm getting ready here to watch the Fate Strange Fake special that came out a little bit ago. I've really been wanting to do a discussion on it. But thank you for stopping by, man. Thank you. I appreciate it a ton. And I will be doing Minecraft eventually. And I will be streaming from your server, by the way, not on whitelist. I do plan to stream from a server. I'm just doing these test streams to work out the bugs first. Awesome. I look forward to it. Yes, anyone in the chat, yeah, go follow Luigi. He's awesome. He's a really good dude. But yeah, so Fate. So as you can tell from my description on here, now there are a few others. Of course, there's some minor series. There's Today in Emiya's Kitchen or something like that, which is technically in the main universe at an indeterminate time. It's just kind of a spin-off. You have the really silly tie-in, Fate Grand Carnival, which is really more just a parody series. I haven't watched that yet. I've heard it's really funny, so I might, because it's funny. I'm down for a good laugh. Seeing historical figures argue about who's the best swordsman, for example, that's really fun. I might watch that sometime. And then, of course, the most infamous Fate spin-off, Prisma Ilya. Yeah, I haven't been able to finish that because, oh boy, Prisma Ilya, it's got some stuff in there. I mean, Now, animation, gorgeous. The action scenes, really good. The story, for the most part, from what I can tell, is not too bad. And it does have the Fate characters. But good lord, the author who writes it, yeah, he's kind of into some stuff that I'm not into, and makes me really uncomfortable. Real uncomfortable when I watch some of the stuff there. It gets kind of excessive on certain things. It's like, do I really need that bathing scene? Do we really need to see these two characters making out? Do we really need this? I mean, yeah, let's. Yeah, I have not been able to finish the series. It just, yeah. So if you can handle that, more power to you. I could say I've been told that the story gets really, really good as it goes on, but I definitely didn't get to that point. I noped out well before that. But yes, presumably it does exist. I don't include it in the watch order at all, or with a big old like be warned type flag on there. But yeah. So just yeah.
Also, hi, Dominic!
Hey, Dominic Bytes. Welcome. Welcome on by.
Yes, welcome to the stream, Dominic Bytes. Hopefully everything works out for you, buddy.
Welcome to stream, Dominic!
Hi, Dominic.
Dominic. Yep. Hi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, though.
Hello, Dominic. Hello, darling. How you doing, darling?
How's it going, Dominic? Welcome in. Mwah.
Hi, Dominic. How you doing, cheese pie?
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. Hi, Dominic.
Dominic, hello.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello. Dominic Bytes. Hello.
Dominic, thank you.
Can you stop slamming shit?
Hey, Dominic.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello.
Oh my god. Also, thank you for clipping as always, Dom. You are so sweet. I really appreciate you. You are an absolutely wonderful being, as all of you are.